This is the story of Thomas Sankara's final chapter, a meeting called for peace that ended in a tragic end, attended by a president orchestrated by his best friend and witnessed only by the dead. This is the story of Thomas Sankara, a man whose revolution lasted just 1,549 days, but whose ideas threatened empires. This is the story of why he had to die long before he was a revolutionary. Thomas Sankara was a boy from Yako born in 1949, the son of a gendarme. His path seemed set a military career service to the state. But the state was a French colony, and the military academy in Madagascar wasn't just teaching him warfare, it was teaching him about injustice. He formed a clandestine cell within the army. The communist officers, their goal wasn't just to take power, but to transform it. And his closest brother in arms was Blaise Compaoré in 1983. The pieces fell into place. A nervous government arrested Sankara, fearing his popularity. It was the mistake they would not recover from Blaise. Compaoré, the trusted friend, became the military spearhead, freeing Sankara and seizing the capital. This wasn't just a coup. It was an insurrection. And at 33, Thomas Sankara became the president of a country he would rename the Land of the Upright People. His first battle was for the nation's health. He launched a vaccination commando mobilizing the entire country in 2 weeks. They vaccinated over 2 million children, a world record. Infant mortality plummeted. He proved that political will could achieve miracles. Sankara was a feminist revolutionary. He banned forced marriage and FGM. He appointed women to the highest offices and made them the face of the new Burkina. He argued that women's liberation was the key to the entire revolution's success. He declared war on the culture of privilege he sold. The government's luxury cars slashed his own salary and forced ministers to live on a worker's wage. His integrity was his shield, but it made him powerful enemies among the elite who had grown fat on corruption. He told his people to produce and consume Burkina Faso. He refused to pay the odious debt to international lenders, arguing it was a tool of neo-colonial control. This was a direct challenge to the global financial system, and it would not go unanswered. Even the environment was part of his revolution. He mobilized the nation to plant over 10 million trees to halt the desert's march for Sankara. Every aspect of life was a frontier for revolutionary change. But revolutions create counter-revolutions. Sankara's radicalism was alienating the very people he needed to survive. The urban elite hated his austerity. The unions hated his control, the traditional chiefs hated his reforms, and his best friend, Blaise Compaoré, was now the quiet center of this growing discontent. The stage was set, all that was needed was a spark, and in October 1987, Compaoré would provide one, fabricating a story of a Libyan hit squad, a lie that would become the pretext for the final bloody meeting. October 15, 1987, 4:30 p.m., Thomas Sankara walked into the conference room, believing he was there to save his revolution. He did not know that the man who had saved him from prison 4 years earlier had now signed his death warrant. The meeting was a lie. The reconciliation was a trick. It was a slaughterhouse. The killing was only the beginning. Then came the lies. The cover-up, the erasure. For 27 years, Blaise Compaoré ruled, and Sankara's name was whispered, not shouted, but you cannot bury the truth forever. In 2014, the people Sankara loved finally rose up and threw out his murderer. The seed had grown. And in a historic trial, justice, though delayed, was finally served. Thomas Sankara never built a palace, but he built a legacy. He never amassed a fortune, but he inspired millions. He was only 37 when he died. But in 4 short years, he showed Africa. He showed the world what was possible. He proved that a leader could live with the people, not above them, that a nation could be upright. His body was buried in a secret grave, but his ideas walk among us every time we dare to imagine a better world. We appreciate you joining us for this important historical journey. If this story resonated with you, please support our channel by liking this video, subscribing for more deep dives into history, and sharing this content with others who should know this story.